Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the first episode of the second season of Sakura Trick. I am just kidding, of course, because it's April Fool's Day. I am actually reacting to the 13th and final episode of Yuru Camp Season 2. Now, last episode we had our fun camping trip, but now it's kind of time to go home. I believe this episode was even called, like, We're Home, so it might be a bit more of a chill at home sort of episode, kind of winding down from the exciting festivities that is the camping life. So let's jump into it and have a good time while we can. 3, 2, 1, play. That's pretty long. Cactus Park. That was really exciting. And that too. So yeah, I guess we're not gonna go home quite yet, but probably by the end of the episode. Sorry, Pop Filter, I didn't mean to hit you like that. You are more than welcome to come to us with us to anything, Rin. Yeah, like we're like not even a minute into the episode. There's plenty of time to have fun. Just please don't trip, Nadeshko. There's a bit of a close call there. Bum 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 bum. Really, I'm gonna miss this show. Life just isn't really the same without it. I mean, I could go camping in real life, but that's not the same thing as watching this show. Just a pale imitation, a sorry excuse as a replacement. I actually heard there's some kind of Yuru Camp game that's available on Steam. I realized I learned about that fairly recently, but it's fairly pricey for the amount of content I've heard it offers. I'll probably still grab it at some point. This is definitely something I want to do. Bum 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 bum. Yep, I'm home. Wasn't it called translated as "We're Home" before? I mean, it's Tadaima either way, but whatever. Yep, now you get to enjoy this life now. Welcome to the party. It's our pleasure to be here. They're multiplying. One of us is especially short. It's pretty cool. All those geo spots. I feel like she's looking at me. I don't know if I could hand on the dish go staring at me. What do we spot? Oh, doggy. It was a doggy. Yeah, Choco-chan. I totally knew that. And I think about this got ignored. I was about to say, I clearly am not the only one that didn't know its name. So I've heard. Hey, if you want to, I'm not gonna say no. Let's go. Mount Omoto. Ice cream. I could go for some ice cream. Man, the scenery is just always so breathtaking. Like in most shows, my eyes are drawn to the cute girls, but in Yuru Camp, it's just everything else. Oh. Thanks for the warning. Wow, that is a face. That is a work of art right there. For sure. Send a couple copies my way if you don't mind. If it's not too much trouble. I'll fit it back there, wall somewhere. Just blow them up. Wallpaper. You should call her Chibi Nuka. I can't say it. I'm not sure she's listening. Sure, Choco appreciates that. It's just so silly seeing a dog in like a sweater. Wow, we really did comment on that. I mean, I almost did. Because just kind of shaking it in my general direction, like taunting me. As usual. You find if they went somewhere, then they were like, what a mediocre view. But they wouldn't do that. Because they wouldn't go somewhere like that. What is that? How do you even do that? Hideshiko is always full of talents. I was about to say, are they all gonna do it? They are way ahead of me. I would try to do that, but I'm not sure I want that to be on the internet. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll be sure to write that down. Yeah, don't take it too seriously, Nadeshiko. It's probably fine. But better safe than sorry. Hello, Mr. Cactus. Yeah, I noticed. I did not get past me. Oh wow, those are beautiful. I kind of want one. We just like enter a zoo. It's one large tail. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That should be like come up to you and you. Are they not supposed to be out there? Oh, that's pretty funny. Okay, we don't mind. Just kind of chilling. Okay. We were so close. We keep giving out warnings and nobody ever listens. Nobody ever listens. Because we don't do that here. Is that a capybara? Just living the good life. Even got like fruits or whatever that is inside the water. Yeah, I mean, what would you have to complain about? Unless all the staring people bothered you. But they don't seem too bothered by it. Plot twist, I never end up going home. They just embrace the capybara hot spring life. That's what I'm talking about. Don't follow a capybara into a red van. Or I meant to say white van. It's any van, really. That one did not seem as amused by her. Oh wow. They really do know how to make a quick buck here. Just all the capybara merch. Just our wallet's gonna be dead by the end of this trip. Hers specifically. Give me that New Year's money. I finally have good need for it. Please don't drink that while driving. So now we're going home, I guess. I mean, we are about halfway through the episode, so... Like 12, I want to say? It's not often I get to be right. Okay, I got excited. Yeah. Very sad. It was great. You dorks. Back in their element. This is the Reen way. That's kind of her thing, being the loner. I think she'll be okay. Could you imagine just driving down the road, you see that site next to you? You have a heart attack and crash. At least I would. I can't stop imagining that now. That's like, that image is like stuck in my head. Picture. One last picture. I have a photo to send to please if you get lost. Definitely not one of the more interesting backgrounds that we've had picture-wise in the episode. Like, doesn't quite compare to the shot in front of the mountain. You know what I mean? Just the wall. If it was green, you could put something else on there in Photoshop. And yeah, that's what I was expecting, the tuckered out ride home. The best part of any trip, the tuckered out ride home. Essentially, it's opposite day. Yeah, hasn't changed. Couldn't have done it without you, Sensei. I'm sure she would do it either way, without the reminder. Having to say our goodbyes. So how are you holding up, Rin? Oof. It's probably a lot. Congrats. Congratulations. The sweet, sweet camp memories. Campfire, the food, the cake, the geospots, the capybara hot spring, the falling. All the pictures. Do we have to go home? Oh, you should have taken the capybara plushie. Like, for my sake, if no one else's. Oh, there's a mountain. Just be sure not to praise the other one. Well, it's probably far enough where I can't hear it. Wasabi mayo. Enough. Good to hear. We're still alive. POV. You just got home and your dog's excited to see you. Both hands. Yep. Made it back in one piece. Aren't you proud of me, Onei-chan? Like someone waiting for their girlfriend to reply. Using them in the right position for it and everything. That cliche situation. Oh, there it is. Well, it was a reply. It wasn't the one she was looking for. I'm sure Raiden's fine. Yes. If I was her, I would be nervous every time she said my name like that. Because that's the I'm gonna about to ask you for a favor voice. I know it well. Oh. Oh, she's alright. Okay. She's out here. And that was quick. I go find you. You won't respond to me, I'll go find you. The Deshko keeper for sure. Yeah, all of those. You know? Did you not get any of those? Yeah, I mean, it's now that you mention it, yeah, I do vaguely remember that as well. Being by your side. Like, I don't remember them by name, but... Yeah, for sure. There's always next time. If we never went home, we can never go somewhere new. Don't drop it. Mom, look at all the cool things we saw. Yeah, there's still plenty of happiness to be had going home. Let's do it. Season 3, where are you? Well, sure, but these were Nadeshko's words, so they were worth hearing. We saw that like back in episode 1 of this season, right? Some flashbacks to her first camping experience. And yeah, it doesn't go super smoothly, as it never usually never would your first time, especially by yourself. Always helpful when somebody can give you some tips. The Daima. Okaidi. I'm just assuming what they're saying based on context. I can't actually hear them. Don't know why I thought it was a nerve gear for a second. Thank you for coming all the way to Yamana. As they say, using miso pickle. Me dad couldn't get through it in time. I think I started too late. Yeah, Grandpa's cool. Where would we be without him? La 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 la. La 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 la. Read up top. And you're not on a shot of Nadeshko running towards Rin. I'll take it. I'll take that as an enemy shot. No, thank you for making the show, for existing. Okay. That was the 13th and final episode of the second season of Yuru Camp, and it was pretty great. We didn't go right out. We didn't go straight home right away. We still had a little bit more stuff to do. The whole mounts, Omuro, the thingy, the capybara, the hot springs. We had all that stuff to do in this episode, and certain what was her name again? Akari. Yeah, Akari would not have let us. She was not going to let us not go there, right? We had to go there. So we did. We had a great time. There's a lot of good comedy throughout the episode, like the animals just being free range, but they're not supposed to be. That was pretty great. Some falling, a lot of reminding people to not trip and fall, but sometimes they fall anyway. Looking at you, Nadeshko. So a lot of good stuff around like that. Also, they just have tons of capybara merch, which I guess they would if that's like a big attraction. Then you want to milk that as much as you can. There's nothing there should be just too surprising. And we had like a great moment of Nadeshiko and Rin having just this really silly face as they're riding the what do you call it? The lift. Yeah, the lift thingy, right? They had this silly face. It was a great face. Probably the best face they've ever made in the show. It's certainly top 3 for sure. And getting to see some beautiful animals and more beautiful scenery. And Rin actually got to ride in the vehicle with everyone else. You know, she's been her loner bike riding Rin for a decent amount this arc. So getting to just be packed in with everyone else, feel much less lonely that way. Even though Rin, of course, can handle being alone pretty well, it's still nice when they all get to ride in the same vehicle. That sense of unity. But eventually the trip did have to come to an end. He went home. Rin did get back on her bike. I did like Akari trying to be helpful. Like, are you gonna be lonely? Because I can give you one of my plushies to make you not lonely. We actually got to see an image of that. I don't think she took her up on that offer. It would have been great if she did. But I have a mental image in my head. I'll just make do with that. Because that's just such a cute thing to think about. Just Rin just cuddling with a plushie as she's driving down the road by herself. That's just too good. And we had a little bit of a messaging plot between Rin and Nadeshiko. Nadeshiko just like laying there with her phone, being like, "She isn't replying. She isn't replying. Why isn't she replying? Do I have to keep? Should I send more messages? Why isn't she replying?" And then eventually she's like, "You know what? Fine, I'll come to you." And she did with her sister's help. As she does, she helps Nadeshiko a lot with things. That's kind of her role in the story, to be Nadeshiko's helper, I would say. And yeah, she allowed them to meet up with each other and gave us like a nice little one-on-one moment between the two of them in the final episode at night, which I really appreciate getting that for sure. And they had to talk about the trip, how sad it is going home, but it's also nice going home because you miss your home. You know, the people are other people at home miss you, and it's good to be able to reunite with them and stuff. And it gives you a chance to plan your next trip and go on that. So, even though there is a little bit of a side element to it, it's overall a happy thing. So that was essentially the gist of the conversation. It was just a nice little moment. Even got to see Akari with the phone, showing her mom like all the pictures of the cool stuff she found. Also like that little moment in our ending montage bit there. And that pretty much was the episode. I had like a letter to the grandpa, which was quite nice. I mean, I guess I should actually read that, because I have the chance to do so now. I only got like halfway through it before. So let's see if I can pause on it. Dear Grandpa, thank you for coming all the way to Yamanashi the other day. I've sent you some miso pickled meat, which that's as far as I got last time. That was recommended to me by a liquor shop owner in Ito. You might try frying it when you go camping. Then, right. So nothing too important, but still nice nonetheless. Showing some of the appreciation towards Gramps, who's like the coolest Gramps ever. So really cool. And then our final shot on the hill as Nadeshiko just running uphill towards Rin as everything fades out. It's just a really nice way to end off the season, I would say. I'm pretty happy with this as kind of a end of the season. I still hope there's a season 3. Like, don't get like I need a season 3. I don't know anything about the source material as usual, but I need a season 3. Like, my life just is not at its necessary level of chill without this show, so it's pretty important. So as far as the overall season, I don't know if I have too much to say about it, because it's not really a super plot-focused show. It's just, hey guys, let's go camping and have fun, and then we do, and then we go home. That's kind of the loop of the show for the most part. But we always get new experiences and meet new friends and have a great time. And Nadeshiko got to try her solo camping experience this season, which was cool. And Rin and her sister being worried about her was also a pretty funny thing. And we also that one bit where how would I describe it? That one episode where Nadeshiko like gave a present to her sister or whatever. Like, hopefully you know this moment I'm talking about. It was like near the end of the episode. That was a really nice scene. That was one of the highlights of this season for me. That whole thing. And yeah, I don't know too much more to say. I mean, getting a little bit of a peek at Rin's early days of camping, like the flashbacks we got in that episode was great. The stuff we got with the grandpa was great. Getting some real insight of his character is nice because he's the one that I think really helped Rin get into the whole camping thing. So that's that. We even got some hints about the mother that she like put a stop to when they were talking about that subject. But so I definitely wouldn't mind learning more about that whole thing with the whole bike conversation. But overall, it's just been a really fun season. Just lovable cast of characters and their interactions and their silliness, and having a great time exploring a whole bunch of cool places that just always look so beautiful. And we take pictures and we smile and we trip and we make peace signs and we pet capybara. It's just great. I don't have too much more to say about any of this, but it's just really fun, enjoyable season, and I'm quite sad that it's over now. But kind of like the trip analogy, just that's a chance to go into a new season. It's just hopefully they make it. That's the only caveat, right? Because in regards to going on another camping trip, it's mostly just up to you whether you want to do it or not. But a season, I have no control over if a third season's made, so it's kind of one of those things where you just kind of have to hope for the best and expect the worst. So yeah, really enjoyed the season. Gonna miss it. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Hopefully you enjoyed my reactions to it. And if there ever is a third season, hopefully I see you there. So until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.